Hey guys, it's Naomi. I'm back. Part 2 of the bookish holiday gift guide, and I just had so much to talk about in the first one that I figured I would split it into 2 parts, make it a little bit more digestible. In this section, I'm going to be talking about the rest of the books that I had to mention and a couple of card decks, some lifestyle type oracle decks and such. And so these ones are a little bit more mystical, I guess you could call it. So if you're into that kind of thing or have people in your life who are looking for gifts that are kind of into that stuff, know what I mean in a second, then just keep watching. This one is called Moon Magic, your complete guide to harnessing the mystical energy of the moon. There are no photos in this one. There is just a lot of really good information and little rituals to follow, and I personally love the moon. I feel like I'm very connected to the phases of the moon. Some stuff about astrology in here if you're interested in that. So I thought this one was definitely worth a mention, and beautiful cover. From the same publisher actually, Adams Media, so this one also doesn't have any photos in it. I was kind of hoping that this would have like cute little illustrations or something. It does on the cover, but this one is all about crystals, and so I love crystals. I know that a lot of people are really into crystals and the energy of crystals and just integrating them into different parts of your life. And this is called Crystal Bliss, Attract Love, Feed Your Spirit, Manifest Your Dreams by Devi Brown. And yeah, just a whole book about the different purposes and functions of different crystals, you know, and how you can use them and how you can cleanse them, how to activate them and recharge your crystals, charge them, how to kind of incorporate them into, you know, strategies for mental health and just your everyday life. I think this would also be a really great gift for anyone who's into making crystal jewelry as a kind of helpful resource guide for them. The last one that I have to share with you is called The Green Witch, your complete guide to the natural magic of herbs, flowers, essential oils, and more by Erin Murphy Hiscock. And I think this one is so pretty. I was really intrigued by this because at first I was like, I'm very into, you know, all natural things and essential oils and all the things that this is mentioning on the cover. So when I saw this, I was like, well, what is a green witch, you know? And by definition of this book, I guess I would be one because I am into all of those things. So this is not about following a particular religion. This is just more of a way of life and mental state of being and incorporating all these different facets of nature into your life. And I really find this to be a beautiful little guidebook to living peacefully and incorporating more nature into every aspect of your life. And there are all sorts of little DIYs in this also, and even a little section on crystals, but and different flowers and herbs, and sort of living a path of, you know, harmony with nature. On the back it says, "The Green Witch is a naturalist, an herbalist, a wise woman, and a healer. She embraces the power of nature. She draws energy from the earth and the universe. She relies on natural objects like stones and gems to commune with the land. She uses plants, flowers, oils, and herbs for healing. She calls on nature for guidance, and she respects every living being, no matter how small." So yeah, by that definition, I would say I'm definitely a green witch, but pick this up for yourself if you're intrigued. I would highly recommend it. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this one in last year's gift guide. I'll have to go back and check. But all the other books that I've mentioned in part 1 and 2 of this guide are all new releases as of, you know, this month or a couple months ago, like the end of this year. This one was released about a year ago, but I still want to mention it again because it is so amazing. It is Flowerevolution by Katie Hess and photography by Louis Schwartzberg, and blooming into your full potential with the magic of flowers. I'm probably going to do an entire post and video on how flowers have changed my life and just all about Lotus Ways stuff, but I wanted to mention this again. This is just a wonderful guidebook for all the different flowers and what they can do for you and how you can use them and integrate them into your daily life, or even occasional practices. And the photography in here is so gorgeous, and it tells you, for example, you know, what the message is from that flower, why it's special, what it reveals, things to ask yourself. You know, you can use these as tools of reflection, of self-reflection, And then also you can pair them with the elixirs that Katie Hess from Lotus Way creates. She goes out into the wilds and actually collects these flower elixirs. And I actually have been using the pink primrose one for a while now, and I absolutely love it. It really is amazing. This one is to cultivate innovation, effortless action, and new perspective. And I'll talk way more about that in a whole separate thing, but I just wanted to mention this in this gift guide video because it is a very gift-worthy book. Now for a couple of card decks, and carrying on from the Flowerevolution book, the Flowerevolution card deck. This pairs so well with the book, and although you don't need both of them, I think they're great to be used in tandem. However, you can just start with one or the other. But this is such a beautiful deck, and it has the photography from Louis Schwartzberg on each of the cards, so they're square like this. And there are, how many are there in here? There's 54, and 8 different readings. So, in other words, there are cards back here explaining different ways to do different readings. There's another one. Stack method. I like using the tile method, which is this one. So pretty. So basically, go to their website, I'll link it below, lotusway.com, and you can take a quiz to see which ones you're attracted to. And it can kind of pinpoint you to, you know, what you need to focus on, and maybe point out some aspects of your life that you need help figuring out, or maybe you need more self-care in your life and so you're attracted to the pink magnolia. And this one is all about self-care, and the message is take exquisite care of yourself, feeling complete, whole, and worthy, retaining energy for your own purposes, protection from burnout or resentment. If you're working yourself really hard, you know, maybe just feeling completely burnt out around the holidays and not taking time for yourself, then you might want to, you know, if you're really attracted to that one, there's probably a reason for it, and you might want to look into taking that flower elixir to help with that in your life. This is also a wonderful way to meditate. I love just laying these out on the floor in tile grids and just meditating on the flowers. This next one is pretty much my favorite thing in the whole world lately. This is The Universe Has Your Back 52 card deck by Gabrielle Bernstein and illustrated by her friend Michaela Ezra. Look how pretty even just the case is. If you're familiar with Gabby Bernstein, then you know she wrote, about a year ago, she came out with The Universe Has Your Back book. I loved that book. I thought it was amazing. It helped me through a really hard time in my life, and I'll probably reread it a couple more times. So when I saw that this card deck was coming out, I knew that I had to have it in my life. And here's the beautiful card backs. Here's Gabby and Michaela, two wonderful, beautiful souls. And they all have beautiful watercolor illustrations on them and different sayings from The Universe Has Your Back. And I will show you a couple. I love doing just a daily reading, like pulling a random card every day and sort of just meditating on it. And more often than not, they usually kind of go along with what I needed to hear that day anyway. Happiness is my birthright. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. I find a deeper meaning amid personal growth, amid the discomfort. It's a hard pill to swallow, but so true. Hope is the conduit for miracles. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. This one's powerful. Says true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever lives below the triggers. A beautiful deck to incorporate into everyday practice. I think I've been using this every single day since I ordered it, and I would recommend giving this to so many different people. This is a stocking stuffer for everybody. Last one is a new one from Roost Books. They came out with this gorgeous tarot deck. This is the Fountain Tarot. Do you say tarot or tarot or tarot? I've heard people say it both ways. But anyways, this little compact deck, look at how cute this is. You could take this with you everywhere. And I just love it. It opens with a magnetic closure like this, and it says, "You are the voice and the breath of the universe." And I like using this little panel right here when I'm doing just one card draws. It comes with this little guidebook, and I've been going through that and trying to really learn the cards, because this form of deck, I'm used to, you know, just like Oracle deck and inspiration decks, I guess you'd call them. Never actually used tarot. So I have been reading through this as I pull cards. I'll just show you what they look like. Gorgeous silver edges, and this is the artwork on all the card backs. And it says that this is designed by Andy Todaro, if you are wondering. And so I'll show you a couple of the illustrations here. Really beautiful, something to use for a very long time. I did think that the cards were going to be a little bit bigger, but I kind of like it. I think this one's so pretty, the moon. This is a very giftable set in this beautiful luminescent box with the guidebook and everything. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that second part of the lifestyle-ish books for the holiday gift guide. I will also be back with a third bookish gift guide, and that one will focus on books for fantasy lovers. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found some great gift ideas for your friends and family, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!